back and register to vote. Go to gottavote.org to register now. That's gottavote.org.
You know we've got your back.
Paid for by Obama for America.
Adam Taxon, main administrator for the Daily Beck page on Facebook here, which, by the way, you should go to and like. So, just when you think the Barack Obama campaign can't get any more self-parodying, there's this. They've now released a minute-long radio ad to be played on black-oriented stations. It features a rather tawdry, kind of funk, soulful soundtrack. It's not the least bit dignified, but there is nothing new there with B.O. But here's the interesting part. The phrase actually comes right out of the much-anticipated then and subsequently extremely popular 1998 Tom Wolfe novel, A Man in Full. A major part of that book, which is set in Atlanta, was the parodying of black Democrat politicians and those who vote them into power. Let's hear a little bit more of that Barack Obama ad.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
4 years ago, we made history. Now it's time to move forward and finish what we started together. We have to show the president we have his back.
We can't afford to spend...
So, a phrase that Tom Wolfe uses constantly in the course of his parodying of black Democrat politicians and those who vote them into power is the phrase, "gotcha back." The phrase comes up in particular when the black Atlanta mayor, Roger White, who has the nickname, which is self-explanatory, Roger 2 White, think, I guess, of someone like Newark Mayor Cory Booker or maybe Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter, when he faces a tough primary challenge from the much more authentically black former NBA player Andre Black, that's a nickname, B-L-A-Q, spelled the former NBA player Andre Blackfleet. Think here maybe of a combination of former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick, current Detroit Mayor Dave Bing, and especially current Obama close ally Sacramento Mayor Kevin Johnson, who actually played in the NBA, as did Dave Bing. Let's, by the way, hear just a little bit more of that Obama ad.
The next 4 years going backwards. I'm running to make sure that by the end of the decade, more of our citizens hold a college degree than any other nation on earth. I refuse to pay.
So, as described in a Christian Science Monitor article from 1993, in Wolfe's story, A Man in Full, one of the main characters, I'm reading from this now, one of the main characters, Roger White, attends a political rally at an inner-city church in Atlanta. The church is filled to capacity, and the elated audience is expressing its support for mayoral candidate Andre Fleet by chanting, "Gotcha back, gotcha back, gotcha back." Mr. White, an ally of the current mayor, eventually realizes that what the congregation is repeating, "got your back," is an Atlanta street expression for "I'm behind you, and I'll protect you against attacks from the rear." Obviously, that's part of the Obama ad there. So let's hear just a little bit more of that Obama ad so we can make that point.
Of poor and elderly and disabled Americans on Medicaid.
Mr. President, we've got your back.
Have the president's back and register to vote.
Now, let me read you an actual passage, it'll be a minute or two, from this, by the way, great, if long, novel, A Man in Full by Tom Wolfe. Okay, I'll just start at the relevant part. The stirring Toreador song from Bizet's Carmen, that rousing refrain was roaring forth, vibrating in every gizzard in the church and making Andre Blackfleet seem like even more of an invincible champion. He was working the crowd, reaching deep into each row on both sides to touch the hands that reached out toward him. He wasn't the sort of politician who materialized, elevated above you on stage, having just departed some unseen VIP room. Oh no, he was here among you, starting with the very last row, yours to see up close, to touch and hear from. Blackfleet had something to say to everybody, although it was doubtful that anybody could hear a word of it. Quite in addition to the organ's triumphal anthem, the cries had begun at first, "Andre! Andre! Fleet! Black! Black! Gotcha back! Black! Gotcha back! Fleet! Gotcha back!" Then cries from every quarter of the audience, "Gotcha back! Gotcha back! Gotcha back!" From here, from there, from way over there on the other side. "Gotcha back!" until it became a single unified chant springing forth from hundreds of gullets. "Gotcha back! Gotcha back! Gotcha back!" By the way, this is Adam again. I know I sound white. So I don't even try to do a black patois there. Anyhow, back to the story. It took a few moments, but then it dawned on Roger that "gotcha back," "got your back," was an Atlanta street expression meaning "I'm behind you, I am your follower, and I'll protect you against attacks from the rear." Roger wouldn't have believed it possible, but the chant continued to swell in volume as Black Fleet made his way down the aisle. "Gotcha back, gotcha back, gotcha back." Damn, thought Roger, why did I take a seat on the aisle? What would he do when Fleet got to where he was sitting? So far, every single soul sitting in an aisle seat had enthusiastically touched the flash of the great champion. Anyhow, that's the relevant part. You get the point by now. But just some additional thoughts. Didn't Obama a few months ago sort of work it with gullible leftist Jewish supporters by saying he had Israel's back? Just saying. Also, speaking of Jews, you know what this whole situation reminds me of? The Broadway show Cabaret features a Nazi beer garden scene where there is a quite disturbing song played called "Tomorrow Belongs to Me." The song in real life has apparently become popular with white supremacist groups, in spite of the fact that the show Cabaret is by John Kander and Fred Ebb, who are two Jews. The Obama campaign's use of the Tom Wolfe publicized phrase "gotcha back" reminds me of that. Finally, on this YouTube clip, if you look at it, I've put a link to a URL for the Obama ad and also for a link for the URL to the once again outstanding Tom Wolfe book, A Man in Full. So now I'll leave you with just a bit more of the smooth sounds of that soul-stirring Barack Obama campaign ad.
You know we've got your back.